So you know how a few months ago I spent around $300 on a piece of metal? Yeah, I decided to upgrade it, and I'm making a video on it because I like making these videos, and they're definitely fun to make, and I also like custom keyboards, and I definitely want to share them with you. It's not because I want more views or anything at all. The first step on upgrading the keyboard was to lube and film the switches. Now this process seemed pretty easy at first, since all you needed to do was to lube and film some switches, right? I ended up re-lubing the keyboard 3 times, since didn't like how they sounded before heading over to my friend's house to finish filming the switches. Now I went over at the time because he was also building his custom keyboard, and obviously, if you haven't noticed, I am slightly on the broke side. So I went to his house to kind of split up the money used for the film. So at his house, where we started filming, we were talking, chit-chatting, and then he decided to bring up his old keyboard with Cherry MX Brown switches. So obviously I decided to record it.
I need you to bring It's so loud, turn on my PC. No. What? It's filthy.
And that is why I don't use linear switches, and I am in the tactile gang. Eventually I had to go home because, well, it's his house and I can't say that. But on my way home, it rained. It rained so much, and I know how you guys like love rain ASMR. So, with all jokes aside, we can move on to the next bit, the stabilizers. Now I had already lubed the stabs after my first video, although they still sounded kind of rattly. So I decided to holy mod them, and if you want to know what that is, then I can't tell you. I can't tell you. No, I'm not telling you. No, too much effort. Okay, you can. There'll be lots of videos on the internet. I'm sure you guys. I can't film myself holy modding them again because. Fine, what are you doing? Because it just takes too much time, man. Now at this point the keyboard was coming along pretty well. I even added some packing foam in between the keyboard tray and the PCB to boost the acoustics, although the keyboard was still sounding kind of inconsistent, so I decided to O-ring mount my NK65. Now if you don't know what that means, it's basically putting some O-rings in between the keyboard tray and the plate so that the PCB and tray doesn't touch, therefore making kind of more balanced sound signature. I don't really know how it works, but it works, which is probably why people do it, and it's probably why I didn't. So then I bought some rings from the Nile, and then they came a couple of days ago, and I put them on the keyboard, and I bought the tiny ones. What is wrong? Why I bought the wrong. But in the end, I managed to somehow fit them in. I really don't know. It took kind of like a long time. Long story short, they got in. I'm not sure how much it changed the sound, but it kind of did, I suppose. And now I'm going way off script, so I'm just gonna show you the keyboard sound thing and then wrap up this video.